Omega just released a new model in the Speedmaster lineup, and I think it's a big deal. You could call it a game changer. Now, when we think of the Speedmaster, we usually think of the Moonwatch. But of course, the Speedmaster lineup is much more than just Moonwatch. This new model from Omega harkens back to its racing heritage. It's not so much about the space. There are a few things that I absolutely love about this watch and why I wanted to make this video, and a few things that I'm not so keen on. So first, let's talk about a few things that I love. The design looks great. It has a lot of that Speedmaster design language, combined with some homage elements to the Omega Seamaster Aquaterra 15,000 Gauss. It's kind of weird to see a Speedmaster that is paying homage to a Seamaster, but that's what we have here, and I'm all for it. Now, this Aquaterra 15,000 Gauss is a really special watch. It was released about 10 years ago in 2013, and it became this icon for amagnetic watches. The anti-magnetism in this watch is so strong that it's kind of wrong to call it anti-magnetic. It's really amagnetic. Back in the day, 10 years ago, that was a huge innovation. This Seamaster Aquaterra is very loved by a lot of Omega collectors. It fetches a premium on the resale market. These are kind of difficult to find, and I think paying homage to this design is a very smart choice. There are some clear parallels between the designs of both watches. The most obvious one is the pop of yellow color all throughout the design of this watch. The markings on the watch have a pop of yellow, the hands have a pop of yellow. Just look at this seconds hand. It's a straight up homage to the original Aquaterra 15,000 Gauss. It has that hazardous sign design, I guess. It looks really cool, really unique, and I really love the design of this watch. I think it looks awesome. It doesn't look like anything else in the Speedmaster lineup. The thing about Omega Speedmaster is that they can all kind of blend in and start looking like each other. Well, this one here has that Speedmaster look, but it also has enough of its originality and makes this model stand out from everything else. Another design element, other than the color variation, that I want to highlight what makes this watch stand out is that honeycomb pattern on a dial. That looks really special. They haven't done a pattern dial on the Speedmaster for a very long time, and I think this one here, this honeycomb, sort of fits because the yellow, honey, and then the honeycomb is actually not done in yellow, but it kind of plays with the light in interesting ways. Of course, this watch is not available yet. It will be available closer to the end of this year. I will get my hands on it as soon as Omega Boutique in Vancouver gets a sample, so stay tuned for that video, subscribe to the channel. But either way, just from pictures and the videos that we've seen, that does look really cool, this honeycomb design on the dial. The watch comes on both the stainless steel Speedmaster bracelet, the new bracelet from 2021, I think, and also it comes with this cool NATO strap. Now, I have one of the Omega NATO straps, and I can say the quality is excellent, so it's nice to see both options included with this watch. Now, the look of the watch is great, but that's not why I wanted to make this video. The reason why I wanted to make this video and why I think this model is a bit of a game changer is the movement, more specifically this module they invented specifically for this movement. It's called Spirate. Basically, it's a trademarked word, combination of two words, spiral, which means made out of silicone, and word rate, which is rate. This new technology will allow for this movement to be much more accurate than previous Speedmaster movements. Now, how much more accurate? That is all to be still tested. I mean, some of the Omega claims are fantastic and Meta certification are there to back it up. Basically, the movement by itself, before it's cased, can be adjusted to within 0.1 seconds per day. Isn't that amazing? That's fantastic. And cased movements are regulated to about 0 to 2 seconds per day. 0 to plus 2. So a 2-second variation per day. That is the new Meta's certification for them. I mean, that's mind-boggling. If you have one of these watches, you can take it to Omega Boutique and they should be able to regulate your watch fairly easily. That's the advantage of this module. It makes regulating the movement much easier. That's the new innovation in this movement, at least from my understanding. The new module is available in this new movement called Caliber 9920. It's only right now available in this new Speedmaster model. However, what makes this very exciting is that usually these things make their way into other models in the lineup. And that's why I think this watch is a game changer. It's not so much this specific model, it's just what this model represents for the future of Omega. I can see this module Spyrate making its way into other watches in the Omega lineup, like the Moon Watch, for example. That's another Speedmaster that can easily benefit from this. You could also put it in Seamasters, in Aquaterras. The list goes on and on and on, which is really awesome. That's what Omega has been known for, their engineering prowess. And here they're showing it off once again. I think the last few years, Omega has been really on the roll showing off their engineering capabilities. And this is just another example of that. I sang a lot of praises for this model and for this module. However, there are some negatives, and to me, the biggest negative with the watch is its size. It has a 44.25 millimeter diameter, which is quite large. We know that Speedmasters tend to wear a little bit larger. Like for example, my 42 millimeter wears closer to 43, so having a 44.5 almost would wear much larger. You clearly need a bigger wrist to pull this watch off. It is also a bit on the thicker side, almost 15 millimeters. Now we also know that Omega sometimes plays fast and loose with their thickness. It can be a little bit bigger than that, and it's probably going to be a little bit thicker than that. I'm expecting somewhere around 15.3 millimeters, but that's just my opinion. Again, Omega likes to kind of minimize the thickness of their watches. So the size of the watch is its biggest weakness to me. But again, this innovation will probably make its way into other Omega movements, which is great to see, and we should see smaller cases in the future. Another thing that's sort of a negative, but it's more of my personal opinion, is the price. 10,200 Swiss francs, which is around 11,200 US dollars, something like that, depending on the conversion rate when you're watching this video. I mean, it's not outrageous, it's not out of this world expensive, but it is sort of a little bit too expensive. I'd love to see this watch priced under $10,000 US. I think that would be the sweet spot for a Speedmaster like that. Other than that, I think it's fantastic. But what do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this new innovation, the Spyrate. Do you like it? Do you think it's not a big deal? Do you think it's a big deal? I always enjoy reading your comments. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.